I can either be an artist or a wage slave, but not both. If I were only an artist under current conditions, I would end up homeless and starving on the street. This is because stupid people think artists should work for free, and other stupid people don't know good art when they see it. If I were only a wage slave, I would have no time to be an artist. I would spend most of my waking hours doing a boring, stupid, and insane job that will stress me out and ruin my physical and psychological health. In today's wage slave dystopia, most people are expected to do nothing but work, sleep, and eat. Work, sleep, and eat. Work, sleep, and eat. Work, sleep, and eat. Because I'm forced into wage slavery, it means I don't have time to finish the many unfinished art projects I've been working on over the years. Of course, high-level numbskulls will tell me, "You're not entitled to be an artist." Actually, I am entitled to be an artist. It's in the Constitution. Can you tell me about the Constitution? Since the U.S. Constitution does guarantee freedom of speech, and by extension, freedom of expression, I have a constitutional right to be an artist. Of course, the numbskulls will also say, "The Constitution only limits what the government can do to you, not private citizens." Wrong! Private citizens cannot infringe on the rights of other private citizens. The only exception to this rule is if someone is in someone else's venue. For example, FaceCrook has the right to ban you if you violate their rules. But FaceCrook has no authority over anyone who has never had a FaceCrook account. But more to the point, I absolutely do not want to be a wage slave ever again. But the asshats of the world will say nonsense like, "Art is not important. Work is important. Therefore, you should get a real job and stop being an artist." In reality, art is important. And to explain why, I'm going to paraphrase a meme I saw a few years ago on this subject. If all the art in the world were eliminated, life as we know it would be impossible. For example, there would be no more movies and TV shows. After all, artists are needed to design the costumes, the sets, and the props in movies and TV shows. There would also be no video games because artists are also involved in the development of video games. There would be no music since music is a form of art. No dance either for the same reason. There would be no cars because cars have to be designed before they're built, and design is a form of art. Likewise, modern buildings wouldn't exist either since they need to be designed as well. And of course, computers and smartphones wouldn't exist again because they need to be designed first. Thus, art is important, and thus art is a real job. And if you still think art is unimportant, maybe you should go back to the Stone Age where there was no art. Wait, there was art in the Stone Age. Cave paintings are art. Well, it looks like art is both important and unavoidable. Without wage slavery, I could be creative at all times. Without wage slavery, all artists could be creative at all times. Think of all the great art that's not being created because so many artists are forced into wage slavery. And like I said before, wage slavery is preventing me from finishing unfinished art projects. Now that I bring it up, let me mention some of the projects that remain incomplete because I was forced into wage slavery. Attack of the Flying Saucers, Giant Spiders, and Giant Snakes Against the World. Started work on this project in 1991. Originally, it was going to be a print comic, but now I want it to be a video webcomic. Virgin Commandos 20th Anniversary Edition. Started work on this project in 2012. I originally planned this to be a PDF comic. Now it will be a video webcomic. It also looks like it will be the 30th anniversary by the time I get it done. Timeliketoon's Misfits of Science, or the new Misfits of Science. Started work on this project in the mid-1990s. I published one installment of the comic in a very short-lived science fiction fanzine I was a part of. Now I want to make it a video webcomic. Trouble in Paradox, the new time travel. It was originally published in a weekly Detroit area newspaper for a few years, but I've attempted to continue the series in other areas, including online. And so the fact remains, I can either be an artist or a wage slave, but not both. Also, I'm still convinced that basic income is a good idea, because it could potentially eliminate wage slavery and thus allow the artists of the world to be artists. But I'm also convinced that a resource-based economy is an even better idea than basic income, because a post-monetary economy would guarantee an end to wage slavery and would allow artists to be even more free than ever. Peace, the science out.